Mobile Transparent Ice Screen Installation Guide. Base frame connections using M6 screws throughout. Slightly loosen the screws on the corner brackets. Adjust the screw orientation to slide into the profile track. Once aligned, tighten the screws securely. The connection methods for the remaining units are identical. Method 2. If a screw is accidentally unscrewed, gently pull the profiles apart slightly. Insert the nut directly into the track. Slide it to align with the corner bracket, then screw in and tighten the bolt. Vertical aluminum profile installation. First, fit 2 corner brackets to each of the 2 1-meter long aluminum profiles. Slide the nuts into the track. Align the corner brackets with the profile ends. Secure by tightening the screws. Repeat for the other side. At the other end, embed 2 connecting pieces and tighten the screws. Commencing installation. Position the profile vertically against the base. Slide the bracket screws and nuts into the center of the track. Align and tighten to secure. Repeat for the opposite end. Installation of the first layer screen. All screen power supply boxes must be installed with the arrow pointing upwards. Viewed from the front, the left side of the screen is secured entirely with M5 screws, with the remainder using M6 screws. The second layer follows the same configuration. First, fit the M5 screws and nuts to one side of the screen, do not tighten. Then slide into the profile track. Tighten the fasteners. Align the nut reserved within the profile with the hole at the bottom of the screen. Secure using M6 screws. Fasten each screen base with 2-3 screws as required. Installation of the second screen. Screens positioned flush against one another. First, align the screws with the base holes. Then secure the screens together using M6 screws. Tighten securely. Finally, secure the base. Similarly, first fit the M6 screw and nut to one side of the screen without tightening, then slide it into the track. Align the nut, align the screen. Tighten both sides and the bottom. The first layer installation is complete. 4. Installation of the second screen layer. Fit the M6 screws and nuts to one side of the screen, do not tighten. Slide in the 1 meter aluminum profile. The same applies to the other side M5 screw. Profile sliding. Tighten. Loosen the connecting screws and slide in the upper screen, the other screen too. Then tighten the two connecting pieces. Secure the base by tightening the screws. Once centered and aligned, secure it firmly with M6 screws. All holes at the joints must be secured with screws. V. Installation of the top crossbeam. First, use the connectors to join the 3 profiles into a single continuous beam. Slide the connector between the profiles. Tighten the screws to secure. First, fit the screws and nuts to the top of the screen, leaving them loose, as with the sides. Then slide the crossbar into place and tighten them. The crossbeam installation is complete. EI, power cable and network cable connections. The starting point is unrestricted. Both network cables and power cables shall follow an S-shaped routing pattern. The power cable for the monitor is now being connected. Then connect the power cords between the screens. Take 1 power cables that fit both ends and connect them together in the middle. Repeat the same procedure, using an S-shaped routing pattern. Make sure only connect the wires with the 2 matching connector types. The excess power cable at the terminal need not be connected. Each screen features 2 Ethernet ports. For connecting screens to one another, it is recommended that the starting point of the network cable be the same as that of the power cable. Insert the Ethernet cable into the connection port of the media player. Next, as shown in the reference diagram, connect the remaining screens using network cables. S-shaped routing. The additional network port at the terminal does not require a network cable connection. Finally, tidy away the cables and switch off the power supply box.